How far back can you trace your family?
I have not. That's right. I can only trace my family back to. I know that my family was born free, but that's as far as I've gone. I have not gone any further.
Your family was born free?
My mother and father.
Uh-huh. Can you, what part of the country did they come from?
North Carolina. So they came south. And I was born, my father had, and the rest of the family had come north to Newark in 17. And my mother was enceinte and was left in Florida to birth me. So I was born in Florida and was there roughly about 6 weeks, and I came to Newark.
And I understand your father had come to Newark for work. What kind of work was it?
I don't know. See, my problem has been those kinds of things. I have not been interested in looking back, but I'm looking forward. And when I got interested in looking back, my mother had died, my sister who might have known, my older sister, all the people who might have known and could tell me that were gone. So I got interested too late.
A lot of people do that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
I know.
yeah, I mean, that's the way it
I
happens.
understand there's some way I can find out, but I really haven't investigated that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Now, I understand that you were one of 9 children,
One of 9.
and one child passed.
And childbirth, so there were 8 of us. And in the course of 8 of us, the 3 oldest passed in about 18 months. When I was maybe 6, 7 years old. And I was certain that there was tuberculosis. And that all of us were doomed, you know. But looking back on it, the tuberculosis takes time. And this was fast, so it couldn't have been that.
Right.
It had to have been something else.
Oh.
And in any event, after the 3 of them died, there were 5 of us left. And the family stabilized until I guess, I don't know. My oldest sister sort of raised us. And she died when she was about 46 years old. And then my brother died. And then that left 3 of us. And that sister's gone, so there are only 2 of us now.
And when your father died, I understand your mother, although she had some education, she didn't really have any skills.
No.
So how did she cope with the situation?
Well, what she did was she was immobilized for a while with grief, and her sister came up and said, you know, you can't sit around here moaning and groaning. You've got to find a job. My mother was an indifferent cook, so she, for the next 25 years, she washed clothes for white families, and that's how she supported us.
She was able to support 8 children?
Not 8 children. The point I'm talking about, there were at that point 5. And the oldest sister was had some talents, and she made clothes and things like that. She was home. She married a man who had a bar, and she insisted on staying home, on staying in the family. And that combined income allowed us for the first time to live in a middle-class family lifestyle. I began, from an outhouse, public outhouse, to an indoor bathroom, and stuff like that.
It sounds as if you're a pretty hard taskmaster on yourself, that you drive yourself pretty hard and have all the time. No?
No more.
No more.
No.
How has your family dealt with this hard driving?
Well, I'm very fortunate because I'm the old-fashioned kind of guy. And I was, where the father's role was to bring food on the table and stuff like that. And I neglected my children. But I found myself sufficient early enough to turn the tables. So my sons are with me.
Your wife must be a strong woman.
Well, my wife has been around for a long time, since it's 1971. So.
But if you were saying that you had the traditional role of being out there earning the money and putting food on the table.
Well, she
had the role of being at home and raising the children.
She was, she played that very well. But and I could have lost my two boys. So we would have not been close. But unfortunately.